Okay, I made it out for real this time. Out where I came from. The other one, you need a ladder to get up. I didn't have a ladder. I didn't feel like falling down a 30-foot hole, you know, where no one knows where I am. Everyone be worrying about me. That'd be no good. Make a movie after me after I crawl out. Something like that. No. But that was Ape Cave, and it took me, I don't know, about an hour round trip. Half hour down to the entrance of the upper cave, and if you would have had a ladder, you could have exited right there and hiked a trail back to the trailhead, or you could just backtrack through the cave, which I did. It's still light out. I think it's like maybe like 6:30 right now, 7 o'clock, I don't know, but it's beautiful, and the start of the trip has been good so far. I just gotta hike back to the car, or to the van now, to Otto, middle name Mobile, and I was thinking about driving into Cougar, or that's the town closest to this place, or possibly going, there's a little dam where I could park at. That is a nice parking lot I saw, and also has a porta potty. It's always handy to have a porta potty or parking. It's like, it's nice. It's nice to have, you know, the porta palace, so you don't have to dig a hole and squat in the rain. Also, you don't have to go into a fast food place, like over and over, especially during a pandemic. But yeah, this is a good start. I'm driving to Portland tomorrow. See some friends. I don't have any hiking planned in Portland. And then from there, I think I'm heading towards Bend, Oregon. I've got some hiking planned there. Can't remember what it is, but we'll see if how the weather holds out. Remember folks, there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad gear and a bad attitude, and I don't have either of those, so we'll be set all summer long, no matter what. It'll be great. Hoping that I can keep this sort of energy for 100 days. It'll be a good marathon. A lot of miles hiked. I'm gonna hopefully get a lot of miles. So they have us walk over this green turf mat because there's a fungus that grows in caves that gets spread, and there's an invasive one. It's called white noise. Let's see what it's called. White noise syndrome. White noise syndrome, yeah, which affects the bats, and I'm assuming since it's like a fungus or mold, that it kind of coats so I think it's called white noise syndrome for this reason. This is a hypothesis. That's a fungus, and it spreads into a cave, and it spreads and grows all throughout the cave, and the fungus has these tiny little hairs, you know, like a mold, like cheese, and when the bats come in and they are using their echolocation, it's hitting these tiny little hairs, and they're acting as like sound dampeners, instead of the echoes bouncing off the side of the wall like they used to, and now the bats are essentially blind. So that's my thought on that. White noise, and that's what they see. All they see is a bunch of white noise instead of the actual cave. Just a theory. Just a theory, though. All the bathrooms are closed. Locked up. Till further notice. So you better like pooping in the woods, folks. Or porta potties. This is my first time in a lava tube. This is the longest cave I've hiked. I've been in Karchner's Caverns in Arizona. That's a really big cave, but it's also, like, I think it's a national park or state park, one of the two. And it's really well lit and guided, and there are walkways. And this is nothing like that. It was completely black, like, and there's like you could just walk in there. That's the crazy thing. And it's long too. It kept going after that, that exit that I found. It just kept going after that, and I took it for another couple minutes. I'm like, I'm just gonna turn around. I didn't feel like seeing how far to go back, because it's got to just keep going and going and going for a long time. I'm sure that these tunnels run all underneath Mount St. Helens. But this is definitely a cool day hike. If you're from Seattle, you can definitely do it as a day hike. 3-hour drive there. I'd say, like, as long as it's open, you can drive up, and saves you an hour and a half of hiking or walking. So probably, like, if the park's open and you can drive up to the trailhead, like, hour and a half to 2 hours there. So let's say 3 hours back, 2 hours, 8 hours total. It's not a bad day. Found this is kind of easy, just to talk to the camera. Usually, but I don't know who I'm actually talking to. That's the thing. Who's gonna be watching this? Who am I talking to? Who's my audience? Friends, family, people in the future? I don't know. I'm trying to remember which way we came. This way, I believe. Hope so. Yeah. The cave was scary. The drip drops of droplets from ceiling to floor, catching light off a headlamp, looking like wicked eyes, falling at 9.8 meters per second squared. I was waiting for a shriek, a moan, a gasp, something eerie behind every corner. For the echoes of the past and the future to collide and to scare the fuck out of me. But it didn't happen. I did haul ass back though. I was moving on the way back. There was no time to look around. I wanted out from underneath all that ground. I'm curious as to how much cubic footage of mountain was on top of me, of earth. And then how much tonnage that is. I felt like a tiny ant in an anthill. It was incredible. It was incredible. And I was the only one. No one else is here. And just like that, 10 minutes goes by. And I can talk for 10 minutes straight and not even bat an eye. How interesting. How interesting. Let's put this thing way out there. Woo! uh, this thing's kind of fun. How interesting. Alright, I'm about to walk a road for the next hour and a half or so. I think this would be a good angle for the redwoods, or like in Yosemite or something. Cliffs, big things, tall things, because it makes it look extra tall. And this makes it look extra small. But all in all, this is pretty cool.